Here's our new Sony Bravos X washing machine. 3.6, I think, is the size on it that we just had delivered today. It has some pretty nice features on it. I'll tell you what I like about it, and then we'll tell you what we don't like about it. So here is the control panel. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep my shadow out of it. This is the indicator that tells you how many minutes the cycle will take. Here's your power on or cancel. Here's your where you choose which setting you want. You have power wash, whites, bulky, normal, wrinkle control, allergen, hand wash, soak, rinse and spin, drain and spin. And here is your start button, and it's also your pause button. And above it you'll see is the lid lock, which lights up when the lid when you're able to open the lid, because this machine, as soon as you turn it on, automatically locks the lid. Okay, over here we have a choice of temperature levels. You can choose from hot, warm, cool, cold, tap, and you're going to be confused what's the difference between cool, cold, and tap, and what's the difference between hot and warm. You have to read the manual for it, because even on cold actually mixes some warm water in it, and so does cool. So you will have to, again, read the manual. It will help you understand what those settings are for. It doesn't give you a whole lot of detail. You have to look for it, but you'll catch it if you do go through the manual. And I suggest very strongly that you read the manual before you use this machine. Then here on your soil level, extra heavy, heavy, medium, medium light, and light. And then you have your spin speeds, high, low, and no speeds. And I find these to be very, very helpful. Then over here you have a pre-wash, fabric softener. If you don't press fabric softener and you put fabric softener in the tray, it will not be used. Extra rinse, deep clean, and there's your signal for end of the cycle. Back here, over here, you'll notice that whites. If you're putting bleach in, you have to choose whites, or the bleach, it's my understanding that the bleach will not go in out of the tray. Now when you open this up, it automatically turns the dial on. So this machine automatically comes on the minute you open the lid. And here we go, and here's the basket. I find it to be very, very large. It's stainless steel. However, this is not. The agitator is not. And this is all plastic around here. All around the outside is plastic, which we are not fans of. The cup here is plastic. Previous to this, we had a heavy-duty Sears Kenmore, which we had for 17 years, and it never broke. We never had a problem with it. The only problem we had was that this plastic cup here, when we used for bleach, it eventually rusted out, and I'm not sure if it's because some bleach sat here, or spilled here, or water spilt here, but eventually we got some rust here, and then one of the knobs came off, and it started to make some noise towards the end, so before it went, we just got a new one. However, I do not expect this washing machine to last 17 years like the Sears Kenmore. They just don't make them that way. Again, all this plastic, 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 and it's not a heavy-duty plastic. Again, here is your fabric softener detergent tray, and it's to me, it seems pretty flimsy for the price of these machines. Okay, so step one, you open this up and you put in either your fabric softener, your detergent, and your bleach over here. Then you would close this, and let me just throw, I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of just, you can see I use these to clean around my laundry room and stuff, so they're just washcloths. I'm not even going to put any detergent in because they're actually clean, so we won't do that. I'm going to close the lid, and we're going to go through the process. Now it's set on just drain and spin, but we're going to put it on just normal. We're going to come over here, and we're going to go down to tap, because tap is actually the way it comes out of the faucet. We're going to put it on light soil, because there's really none, and then we're going to put it on, oh, it's not, it won't even allow us to do low spin on normal. Huh. Just, what? Okay. And then we're not going to do any of these because these would take extra time. So for just a normal wash, you'll see that it is set to go for 44 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to press the start. And you heard the lock, the lid lock. You see the light go on. The tub spun for a second. For some reason, it unlocked. I have no idea why. Okay, let's try it again. It probably doesn't sense anything in there. So if I wanted to wash this up, I'm guessing if I wanted to wash just these, it's not going to let me. Let me see if I have some more stuff I could throw in here. I don't have anything that needs to be cleaned. I have a few more towels up here that are just rags for the garage. Let's see. Okay, let's try again and see if we can get it to again. So I have all this stuff in here. It's not sensing it. Wow. I never had this problem with my old washing machine. If I just had something like that I needed to wash, let's put in another towel. So I can't wash a small load. That's interesting. I put in 2 more towels. So what's that? 4 towels and all those dish rags? Let's try again. And it unlocked. I have no idea. Oh, it has now locked. And it's spinning. Let's see what it's going to do. It's supposed to be, if you look here, it's sensing it. These are the cycles. It's supposed to be sensing the weight so it can determine how much. Okay, it's working, but I guess I had to put in 4 towels to get it up to speed. So this is what it does. It makes noises, clicks, and does this to determine how much water it needs. Now, one of the cycles on here while we're waiting for that, it does take some time, that is my favorite, is hand wash. I washed a load this morning on hand wash, and it was as if I had hand washed it myself. It would agitate for a minute and let it soak for 2 minutes. It would agitate a minute, let it soak for 2 minutes, and I think it did that 5 times. And it allowed enough water that things were floating freely in there, as if I had put it in a wash basin myself and was washing it by hand. And then I was allowed to put it on low spin. Okay, now it is adjusted. It's going to take 40 minutes. Okay, here comes the water, and it. Okay. So you can see what it does. It does this thing where it puts in water and it spins, puts in water and it spins. One of the things we noted that it is fairly loud. And again, I can't get a shot of it, but the discharge hose, my old Kenmore, came with a very heavy duty rubber hose. This one comes with a very light, flexible plastic hose, which I can't imagine will last 17 years. So I have some concerns about that. I just have some concerns about the overall quality. I washed a couple of throw rugs just from the bathroom floors. Throw rugs. We have ceramic tiled floors which get cold, so we have throw rugs on them. And we used the bulky cycle. Here you see the bulky. And what I like about the bulky cycle is that it adds extra water. And the rugs were virtually for two rugs that were small. It virtually filled the whole washing machine up. So that, and I learned that from reading the instructions, and it only said it in one spot. So I wouldn't have known that. I know a lot of people complain about the HE washers not using enough water. And this one has that bulky cycle to, if you have clothes that you want to wash in more water, it doesn't do anything different. You just put it on bulky and you get extra water. So I loved that fact that I had that option. And then after the rinse, it just seemed like it was rinsing for such a long time, and it really didn't need to do that because they weren't that dirty. So then what I did was I paused it and I moved it to the drain and spin just to cut the time, and it automatically allowed me to do that. It drained it and it spun it, and it was spinning on high, and I didn't want it. It was over spinning it, so I just turned it off. But I guess you have to get used to it. Okay, now I can see. I'm going to stop this. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to wait for it to unlock. Okay. Now you will see that there, to me, these towels are going to soak up all this water. And if they were dirty, I can't imagine that this would wash my clothes. My guess is it's probably going to censor it and add more water. Okay, I'm going to close it. I'm going to start it again. The lid has locked. It's going to sense it. And I'm going to guess it's going to add more water. Yes. So it will do this several times till it gets the water right. And even if I believe if I did not open it up, it would have, somehow it senses that they're not moving, they're not agitating. And, okay, I think it'll do it again. So this is what takes up a lot of time on this washing machine, is going through the cycling process. If you see, it is still on censoring. And we're many minutes into the cycle. And it has stopped again. Okay, it's going to sense it again. It's agitating now. And you'll notice it is quite loud. I wish I had a decibel reader because it's very loud. We have a KitchenAid, a brand new KitchenAid dishwasher, and you can hardly hear it. And this is like a train coming through your house. And our laundry room is right next to a guest room, and I could never wash this if there was a guest sleeping in that room. So far, it is not adding any more water in here. And how on earth could these towels get clean? So it is stopped. Let's see if it's going to add more water. Okay. Again, it's adding more water. Why it does this makes absolutely no sense to me. If anybody else has this washer and this is not the way it's supposed to behave, please let me know. Because it has spent 8 minutes out of 40 sensing. It's now on wash, you'll see. But to me, there is not enough water in that tub to wash these clothes. I wonder, maybe if I put it on heavier soil, and I'll have to check the manual, maybe that will increase the water level. Maybe because it's on light soil. I will say the hand wash clothes that I did came out beautiful. They were clean and they did not wrinkle. And the load that I did on bulky, again because it used a lot of water, was fine. The rug came out nice and fluffy. As you will see, there is a wrinkle control cycle, and I have not looked that up. And I'm wondering what that will do. For wrinkle control, you would add more water and probably agitate it less. Or maybe it has to do with the water temperature. Don't know. But this has been going for several minutes now, and I do not think it's going to add any more water. I think we're done. You're watching my washing machine wash my clothes. Okay, so I'm going to see, just for the sake of argument, we're going to pause it. And now I'm going to move it to rinse and spin so you can see that part of the cycle. So I started it again. And it did not move to rinse and spin. So, okay, maybe we can't do that. I'm going to stop it. Stopped it. Okay. Now I'm going to power it back on. Okay, see what happened when I just changed it? It's to rinse and spin here. And estimated time is now 20 minutes. Okay, so let's start it again and see what we get. Okay, here we go. I wanted you to hear the rinse and spin. And you'll see some droplets of water did spray up there. Might have been when I opened the top, not sure. Okay, I want you to see it spin. Hear the noise? I mean, it's like a train. Okay. Since I changed it to rinse and spin, it's sensing again. Still sensing because there's no water coming to rinse anything yet. So I hope if you're thinking about buying this, this will give you an idea of what this machine is, what it's all about. I know it's very hard to go into the store and just see the machine and figure out if this is the right one for you. There's a lot of bad reviews, there's a lot of good reviews. You don't know who's being a picky consumer and who's being trying to be fair. Okay, now it took a couple minutes and now it's rinsing the clothes. So this is what it does. When it rinses, it sprays water, then it'll spin it, spray more water, and then it'll spin it. And now I'm going to stop it. So that's what the rinse and spin is all about. And now I'm going to put it on the drain. Okay, which now I want to just drain and spin, and we're going to start it. So the last thing I want you to see is at on high how fast and hear the vibration of how fast the spin is, and hear the vibration and the noise, because I know some people claim that it's quite loud. There you go. We purchased this, by the way, from Home Depot for $5.99. It lists for $7.99, so we thought that was a fair price. We didn't buy the extended warranty because what we realized was it's not an extended warranty. See, it's spun and it stops. It continually does this. Again, if somebody has this machine and this is not what it's supposed to do, please let me know or let us know so we'll know whether we should call in a service guy. Anyways, back to the extended warranty. It is a service agreement, and both Home Depot, you buy it from Home Depot or you buy it from Maytag. Okay, here we go. Here's your high spin speed. And it's going to do this for, you'll see, 11 minutes. To me, it doesn't need to spin for 11 minutes. I think that's where people get a lot of wrinkles, and I think that's what they complain about. So you can come over and manually stop it. Anyways, back to the extended warranty. I did some research online, and it's not a warranty, it's in a service agreement, and people complained because both Maytag or Home Depot would call the company, or you call the company, and they hire the company, you call them. It's independent contractors in your area. And they'll come out, look at your machine, then they'll have to order the part. It could take a week or two to get the part and come back in. You know that story, and there were some people that just weren't happy with that whole process, especially if you have, you know, a brand new washing machine and you can't use it. Okay, so now it's spun really fast for a while. It's slowing down. Maybe what it does is try and measure the moisture. I don't know why it does this, but it does. So I'm gonna stop it or walk away from it and end this video. And there you have it. That is the Bravos X EconoServe MCT Maytag. It says commercial technology washer, and I think this is the 700 series, the 700X. I hope that helps you. Again, we paid $5.99. It lists for $7.99. So we hope we've helped you out with this review. Take care.